In today's episode, we are going to be talking about how a couple wrestlers from the wide world of wrestling tried to bring a little law into a lawless land of fun and
What the fuck are
chaos.
you talking about? What the fuck are you talking
I know, man.
Well, what do we got today, Shopkeep?
All right, boys. Today, doing a little different. We got the disposable vapes,
Okay,
the 8th Wonder
sweet.
Cannabis.
Cool.
We have Willie's Wonder and Godfather OG. Godfather OG is going to be an indica. It's going to be more chill. And the Willie's Wonder is going to be a sativa. You know, get you more pumped up. You know, a little bit more ready for the day.
What's that one called?
Godfather OG. I'm a big fan of the name.
I like the name.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that
this
one.
one. All right,
Father OG.
let's do it.
8th Wonder Dispensary.
Welcome back to Super Big Sports Season 2, Episode 2. I'm here today, as always, with Dez and Garrett. And in today's episode, we're here at 8th Wonder Cannabis, the phenomenal dispensary here in Houston, Texas. And today, as you saw at the beginning, we're smoking out of a disposable today. You know, a really pleasing way to get a little high to talk about sports with your buddies. Ain't that right? But before we get into that, we got to get baked.
Let's get baked.
All right, guys. So now it's time to start mixing up and getting ready to cook
I'm
our
hungry.
food today. You're
Let's
hungry,
get
boy?
baked. I'm ready to get
I'm
baked.
hungry, yeah. I'm ready
Today
to
we
start
have Dead Man's Food Cake. All right,
Ooh.
looks like a chocolatey thing.
Yeah.
Something good.
It's it's definitely brown, I think.
Yeah, it's
Whereas-
brown, so I assume it's chocolate. We
Yeah.
also have milk and not water this week, which
Yep.
is good
Can't
for
mess
us.
that one up.
Also, it's measured.
Also, I typically
accurately.
just like things when they're baked with like milk instead of water. You know?
Yeah,
like,
that's just like
you
always
put
better.
water in your oatmeal,
More
put milk.
flavor. What do you think about that?
Big milk.
All right, well, once you all start doing that, start telling you this story about do y'all like the wide world of wrestling? Are y'all WWE guys? Dez?
I'm not. But
No,
I always love the theatrics of WWE.
I
and the
respect it.
storytelling.
You know, as a filmmaker,
Storytelling,
I
yeah.
write scripts all the time.
What do you got to do first there, Desi?
Oh, I know what to do. So this has been preheating for 20 minutes, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It should
Um,
grease the pans.
Yeah, the pan is
greased.
already greased. So
Yes, chef.
let's start getting
Let's
this
add
bowl.
dry cake mix to bowl, chef.
Yeah,
One time,
it's crazy.
two wrestlers, Dutch Mantell and Mark William Calloway, who is now known as The Undertaker. I assume everyone knows.
That's his
who
real
he-
name?
That's his real name.
Where
Mark
he's in
William
government
Calloway.
names. Oh.
And Dutch Mantell, who was a buddy of his, they were
I feel like I
driving
would like that.
from Memphis to Nashville, okay?
Vanilla.
And
Wow.
Dutch was telling The Undertaker a lot of the time, hey man, you gotta stop hooking up with all these chicks all the time. Y'all keeping up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Got you,
so,
chef.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
chef,
keep-
of course.
and Dutch actually went as far. I don't condone this, but he said stop romancing the rats is what he said.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's heavy, right?
I don't
But
like. I kind of
I don't like
that.
it. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
But yeah, ring rats is what the nickname. But still, I mean, you don't want to refer to them as that. But Undertaker defended himself. He always, you know, he was like, I'm a ladies' man. I'm enjoying my
Just making
time
it
on the
fun.
road. And so Dutch Mantell told him, you keep romancing the rats like this, you're gonna get taken to Wrestler's Court. Wrestler's Court. Cool name, very
That's
powerful
a very
name.
powerful name. It
Yeah.
feels like something that you would watch in the summertime when you're staying at your grandparents' house.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what they mentioned a lot of times on the road. They would watch court television all the time because it was what was on when they
Court
were able to
TV,
watch
man.
TV. Court TV is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judge
Court TV
Judy
is
made a
fun.
lot of money.
She sure did.
She was
still
on
making
Court
money.
TV.
She's a freebie show. Check it out.
Oh.
So after that, the concept of Wrestler's Court was born. Undertaker was brought before the court, and within a mere 5 minutes, Dutch deemed him guilty for romancing the rats.
You got guilty?
Yeah, he was guilty for this.
Found guilty. Wow.
To keep the light atmosphere going, Dutch delayed Undertaker's sentencing for the next show, but in the end, Undertaker never received an official punishment for the first court. He was guilty, but they never punished him for
Okay.
whatever reason, because
Was it
he's the man.
Because he's the man.
Because he's the man. Undertaker falls in love with this concept. He saw it as a fun way to like haze younger guys and also keep veterans from doing the shit they're not supposed to do, because that would just happen. There was rules. There's rules This is not Nam. There are rules, as he says in Big
I don't
Lebowski.
think you can
I don't
say
think
that.
you can say that, but you keep going.
Despite his initial experience with Wrestler's Court, Undertaker fell in love with the concept of it, and he saw it as a fun way to kind of haze younger guys and just keep everything lighthearted. Because if not, there's going to be actual beef in the locker room, and we can't have that.
Yeah,
that's just
that's
that's not
bullshit.
good for the product they're
It's
putting
not
out.
good for the brand.
Vince McMahon would not be happy. So over the years, the court's proceedings involved a lot of the famous wrestlers, big time names. And The Undertaker is the official judge. From this point forward, he's the man. Everyone knows that he makes the rules. He had a gavel given to him
had
by
a
Xavier.
gavel?
Yeah, boom, big boom stick given to him by Xavier Woods, very famous wrestler. Also, Kane, The Undertaker's on-screen brother. They were both two fellas from down
They
in
were
hell.
brothers?
Yeah, well, they're from hell. Yeah, so Kane was his bailiff. He's all, just standing there looking big and scary. Triple H occasionally stepped in as substitute bailiff, adding his own flair to the proceedings when he did.
Oh, that looks so
Dude,
good.
that looks so good.
Yeah,
Do you
dude.
see that? You get the
Yeah, look at this
hint
kind of
the
stretch.
chocolate.
Look at the
You pull-
stretch.
you pull.
Oh,
That's thick with 5
Yeah,
C's.
That's
dude.
what happens when
That's
you use
the
milk.
thick meter.
That's the milk. That's the milk that does that.
Yeah, or just the
Uh,
following directions.
All right, anyways, guys, while y'all do that, let's get back into the wide world of wrestling.
Yeah.
When I was a young man, Jeff Hardy was my god. Jeff Hardy was who
This is a wrestler.
he's a wrestler. And he's the wrestler, my friend. He was the man. He was
like
he was
Edge.
he was the best. Shut up. Matt
got
Hardy
real.
and Jeff Hardy were a tag team, and they're both pretty good. Jeff was better. Matt was kind of a punk sometimes, but anyway, they were still brothers, so they stayed together. So after winning a tag team championship, the Hardy Boys' manager Michael P. Hayes proclaimed that they deserved to sit in first class on the flight to the next show.
Okay.
Right? The Hardy Boys, unaware of the seating arrangement, unknowingly took fucking Kane's seat. Hey, let me tell you, let me clue you in.
I feel like you don't want to take any guy
Last
in
person.
Kane's seat, you know?
Last
Does he have
person-
a cane?
No, Kane doesn't have. He can.
I don't think
blow
you
fire
have weapons
out your
with your
hands.
persona.
He blows fire and he can form fire around you and burn
Wait,
you.
what?
Yeah.
This is the devil guy.
How did they pull that off?
He's the man.
It was
He's
the
the fucking
80s.
man, dude. I
Alright.
don't know. No, it wasn't the 80s, dude. This is 99. And anyway,
No, okay.
It's pretty.
Kane, known for his imposing stature, was unable to find comfort in a regular seat due to his size. When word spread around the locker room, Kane's fellow wrestlers took offense, and the Hardy Boys, were in wrestlers' court for the first time.
Damn.
One of the most memorable stories involving Edge and Christian. The duo, they're a duo. They were tag teams. They were buddies.
Okay.
So the Hardy Boys did their thing. I don't know what their punishment was, but that was kind of the things that would get you in the
Get you
wrestler's
in the
court.
wrestler's
Yeah.
court.
And so Edge and Christian, who are also a duo, they were kind of killing it. They were the young guys. They were youngins. How are you doing? You doing? Ooh.
Yeah, it's looking
It's
real good.
thick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Thick.
I'm gonna let this even out a little bit. Keep
Yeah,
going.
just let it
Okay.
breathe.
No,
Just
keep
let it-
going.
The duo discovered that their writer and promoter Brian Gerwitz had a fondness for collecting action figures from classic science fiction movies and comic books and everything. Edge, in an act of goodwill, received a flash action figure from a fan, and knowing that Brian was one that collected them, gave it to him, kind of just to be like, hey, we're boys. I like you. I appreciate how you promote us. And that is very, very. You can't do
It's a
that.
very nice gift.
You're not supposed to do that. You cannot gift promoters with things because then that can, if they like you, they can figure out your storyline a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
Get
what?
incentivized.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, makes
Yeah.
sense. It's
So,
like,
you can make him the champion.
it's like if Tom Brady went up to reps and gave him stuff, give him a flower.
Or like if a
every game.
ref went up to a quarterback and tried to get his daughter to date the quarterback.
Yeah.
For
Wow, what a
favorite
callback.
calls.
We love a good callback.
Episode 2.
So Edge and Christian go to Wrestler's Court, well prepared for their defense. What they did is because they knew everyone was going to be coming at them. They're young guys. They need to get clapped back a little bit. So they printed books with Edge and Christian on the cover,
Oh, no way.
and it said
No way,
entitled
Jose.
"Edge and Christian: How to Kiss Ass: Our Road to the Top." They used this prop to address the accusations of the ass kissing, is how everybody was like ass kiss. Like Undertaker was like fucking ass kissers. We don't like them here, and so they were the ass kissers. Everyone called them. Yeah, and so knowing the many wrestlers had secured book deals, they kind of did this because if you were a wrestler at the time, you wanted to write a book. So they were also kind of making fun of
We're
everyone.
also writers.
Yeah. They do a lot of stuff. They're real talented people. Real
Yeah.
talented people. And also, their defense, the book, everyone kept the book, and it was actually known. I think they got off because of how funny the gesture was.
Yeah,
So,
can you hand me that pen
no.
Affleck when you're done? Thank you.
So throughout the years, Wrestler's Court became a beloved tradition in the wrestling community. Undertaker's role as the judge, along with the colorful cast of characters who participated, created a unique and entertaining experiment, and it was fun. People liked it. People enjoyed it. And they still do it to this day. Like, to this day,
Court's still going on?
Wrestler's Court is still
Is it underground?
going on. Is it underground?
It seems super underground.
It seems super
Oh, well, no,
underground.
this is very, like, no one else is allowed in the rooms except for promoters and wrestlers. And also, to this day, if you're a wrestler and you are summoned for Wrestler's Court and you don't go or you don't take it seriously, you're fucked. And I think it's time we put our Dead Man's Cake themed after Undertaker
Oh yeah,
in
it,
the oven here.
It evened up a bit, so
Yeah.
Hold on, you're gonna have to put it in up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got it. All right.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. Good.
It's in.
Cooking. We're
Everything's
cooking.
good to go. Good to go.
Hey, dude. That was a good teamwork.
Good to go.
12 minutes.
Another story that I really thought was interesting and funny was Teddy Long, who is kind of a guy who isn't really, he was a wrestler a little bit, good product. He was a wrestler, but also he kind of, his role became kind of, as he got older, kind of the manager, and he would kind of set up fights. And his big thing was like, if a wrestler did something wrong, you had to go one-on-one with The Undertaker, baby.
you seen
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
Teddy
okay.
Long. Yes, yeah, that was his
See the
thing.
Ben Franklin?
And
That's a good one.
no one, that's a cop out. So, but back in the day,
Don't
but back in the,
No, come on, take.
sorry,
this
no,
little
I got
first
it, I
take,
got
you
it,
got
I got it. But back in the day, Teddy Long was an actual wrestler, and he was known for being, in quotes, a cheap motherfucker.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Strong.
heavy.
That is
And so-
Strong.
very
So,
strong.
You guys got to remember, these wrestlers they're freelancers. They have to pay for everything.
I know what
they-
that feels like.
Yes, they have to pay for their gas, their hotel, everything, their travel, every aspect of it they're paying, and they get a check from the WWE, obviously. But it goes into, they have to pay it all out of pocket. So people are being cheap on the road or not wanting to
Let
spend
me
a lot
see
of
the
money.
Pen 10.
And what would happen, what Teddy Long would do, was they would be on the road and they'd be going out to get food, whatever, go to the store, pick up anything they need. Oh, guys.
Oh, dude.
Oh, he did that. He
he
was
left
did
my
all
wallet
that.
in the. I don't have my.
That's just like, man.
I don't
That's,
have my check. He probably just said I didn't have my checkbook.
Bob
Yeah,
Barrel.
no, he was like,
Bob
I'll get
Barrel,
y'all.
dude.
I'll get y'all next time, and next time never came. So it happened.
He died?
No.
Oh.
Teddy Long's alive. He never would pay.
It did sound very sinister.
Yeah, it did.
That
Like
moment
they
never
killed him.
came.
Next time never came, as I mean, like, he never paid his due. He would always do that. So he goes to Wrestler's Court. They take him to court. You're a cheap bastard.
The entire WWE took him to court?
Yes, every single wrestler was like, you can't do this to us anymore. We're tired of this. We're taking you to court. So he's obviously guilty. Everyone hated it. Everyone knew what he did. So he was like, it was like the quickest case ever. Like, yeah, fuck you, man. This is what you do this. And he was like, fine. So what he had to do, this is tough. He had to buy Undertaker and his buddies, kind of the veterans, dinner every night.
Hey, the Penton Tarantino. Yeah.
For a month. A
whole month?
He had to pay for dinner for them every
I
night.
just quit.
I'd be like, guys, I genuinely can't do that.
Well,
Teddy Long had been involved, so he might have had more money than some, so it might have been easy, but that's a lot of money.
That's
a lot of money to look at on your statements there at the end of that month. All right, guys, let's get our cake out of the oven. It's warm.
Yes,
what
chef.
Warm.
Okay, yeah, just push it
Pull it
through.
up.
And
What a cake.
it's underdone.
It's okay. It's not like it's gonna kill us.
All right, so let's cut it up.
While I cut it up, dude, I got a question for y'all about the story. If y'all had to like be a judge in Wrestler's Court, what punishment would y'all have for people?
Like your go-to punishment, like for
Yeah,
people?
like if you had to introduce a new punishment, this is still so hot.
I'd make them like, I don't know, maybe like sit on a ladder for like hours at a time, because they have a lot of ladders.
Sit on a ladder? I
Yeah.
guess like after a while,
That
it's
would
like,
be
dude,
so
I'm really,
annoying.
I'm
It's
really tired. I want to be
uncomfortable.
on the floor.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it's uncomfortable to sit up there. So
You know what I would do? I'd make like that wrestler shower for like 3 hours straight.
Oh,
Sounds
Like take a 3-hour shower,
That's awful.
and you'll get gross and pruny and stuff. You know.
Hot temperature?
No one's in the room though. No one's in the room. It's like
No.
you just have to go do it on your own. And
I feel like a bunch of the wrestlers would go like watch them though.
kind of.
which I mean, yeah,
That's
as
something
a
they
joke,
would do.
As a joke, they'd get in there and they would like pop their head in and out and be like, "How you doing, sissy?" Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't know how they talk to each other.
That's pretty much kind of what I think that's how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
I would say whatever. I would set up a fine bucket for cussing for everyone, and at the end of the month, you have to match that pot.
Okay.
Dang.
So you don't know, like your people could screw you over.
Yeah, people
like,
can
you
just
know,
say
they
fuck,
don't
fuck,
like you. Yeah,
fuck, yeah.
Boom. So
Damn.
at the end of the month, the bucket could be $10,000, and you got to match it.
Yeah, dang. Damn. True.
Let's try to pop this out, maybe. Cut it off on this side. Oh yeah, that's it. It's coming right out of there. All right. Whoa, dude, that cuts real good. Cheers.
Cheers, boys. Cheers.
You just raw dogging it.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mine's on mine on a cup.
Yeah, but it's good.
It's very undercooked. Yeah.
It kind of just tastes like fudge.
We're not chefs.
Uh-uh.
It tastes like fudge, dude.
Not the worst thing. Better than last week.
You know, out of like 10, I give it a 4. That was okay.
Out of 10, you give it a 4? Yeah, I'd give it like a 4.5 maybe.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
4.2.
Well, that was a badass story, man.
Yeah, dude. Big WWE guy right here.
I'm happy
Especially
for you.
Jeff Hardy. I'm happy. Anytime I get to talk about Jeff Hardy, I get happy about that. So
It was our pin episode.
it was our pin episode.
The
Shout out to 8th Wonder Cannabis for letting us shoot our content here.
next week, I think we're gonna have to swap seats.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like 2 Yankees players at one point swapped lives. Yeah, next week on
Lives?
SBS.
Wow.
Yeah,
Lives.
not wives, lives
Lives.
with an owl.
And wives.
And wives as well.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Saturday night.
Yeah.
Live.
Like live.
Live from
yeah.
New York. It's Saturday night.
Get
Get
baked.
baked.